Counter-Strike Global Offensive is one of the world's most popular first-person shooter games, building up a world-class esports scene that gathers hundreds of thousands of viewers for its major every year. Initially released in August 2012, CSGO has undergone some pretty major gameplay and UI changes throughout the years. One thing, however, has stayed unchanged: movement. Traditional games operate with a direct bind system. You press W, A, S, or D, and your character instantly begins moving at maximum velocity. CSGO, however, operates with a momentum vector-based movement system. Pressing movement keys in Global Offensive applies momentum in the chosen direction rather than setting it to the player directly. The physics presented in this game are fairly simple. Velocity is a function of distance over time with a given direction to complete the vector. This vector is extremely important in Global Offensive. Instead of resetting your movement when you press a key, CSGO's engine will modify your movement vector by adding momentum in the direction you choose. This provides players with the opportunity to learn and innovate new mechanics in-game. For example, counter-strafing is one of the simplest yet best demonstrations of the vector movement system. While moving in any direction, it takes a while to come to a complete stop if you merely let go of your movement key. The game will slowly decay your momentum just as you would do in real life when you stop running. To counter-strafe, players will instead tap the opposite movement key quickly, which adds momentum opposite to their movement vector, thus slowing the player down faster than just letting go of the movement key. Another use of this movement system is something known as bunny hopping or bee hopping. To explain this, I'll need to start with one of the major components of bee hopping: air strafing. Air strafing is an exploit of the CSGO physics engine in which players can theoretically gain infinite velocity. Air strafes are fairly simple to perform. While the player is in the air, they have control authority over their movement vector just like they would on the ground. We can exploit this by letting go of W, strafing in a direction, and moving your mouse in the same direction as the strafe, moving it smoothly and slowly. The CSGO physics engine gets confused by this action, and the sideways velocity you added instead is transferred to forward velocity by your mouse movement. The key reason why this trick works is mainly because players do not lose velocity while in the air, even if no movement keys are pressed. Valve, the developer of CSGO, implemented a slowdown after players land from jumps. The main purpose of this was for balance reasons, but it also makes bee hopping incredibly difficult. To bunny hop, players must chain together near frame-perfect jumps and air strafe between them to gain velocity. When done correctly, bee hopping is the most efficient way to move around the map in CSGO, and even enables some incredible jumps that would otherwise not be possible. CSGO gets some important aspects right, but also fails to be realistic in other major ways. The momentum-based system is great for simulating how people in real life start walking and stop running, but on the other hand, air strafing and bunny hopping break the law of conservation of momentum, which states that the total momentum in a closed system is constant. Global Offensive adds momentum to the system when you air strafe without taking it away from anything, thus allowing you to theoretically create infinite momentum and speed in-game. Luckily, Valve did add a speed cap for players moving on official servers to 320 units per second, which is 70 units faster than the fastest running speed of 250 units per second. So overall, CSGO gets a 2.5 star rating from me. The game normally behaves realistically and is very fun to play, but air strafing is such a big exploit that I have to take off a ton of points for it. Listen up. Thanks for watching this CSGO physics analysis. If you liked the video, subscribe and like the video. I have a lot of other things on my channel that might be interesting. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and hit dislike and tell me in the comments what I could change next time. Thanks for watching. Get out of my way, I'm like a runaway train flying at a supersonic speed. I got what you want, I got it. I got what you need, I